Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is a very highly requested video by many of you. And I assume you don't like the car spawners that don't charge any money. So now we're going to make a car spawner that charges money. That saves to a data store, meaning if you leave the game and rejoin, you'll be able to reobtain that same vehicle. And it's going to have the same functions our old spawners did. So the vehicle will delete on death, on leave. And yeah, let's go ahead and get straight into it. So let's go ahead and begin by creating our spawn pad. So for this, let's go ahead and create a folder in workspace. And we're going to rename this... Oops, sorry, not a script. I'm going to add a folder, I mean. We're going to rename this folder to vehicle spawns. And inside of here, we're going to create another folder. And in this folder, we're going to rename this to civilian or citizen spawns. And then we can create our parts. So let's go ahead and add the first part. And let's just resize it. And that should be fine. Now, there are two important things I need to disable here. One is going to be can collide and can touch. And then one thing you need to enable is anchored, which should be right there. You can either click this one here or just click up here and it should be anchored. So once you have done that, you have to yeah, you can duplicate all of these as much as you want. I'm gonna add 4. And I'm just gonna rename all of these to plates. Where is it? There it is, name. Spawn plate or plate, whatever you want to rename it to. And once you've done that, let's go ahead and insert a dummy. This dummy will be the one who opens the GUI. Now let's go ahead and create another folder, and this folder we're going to rename it to spawns. And we're going to place dummy in here just like that, and then just rename it to citizen spawner. And inside of the torso we're going to add a proximity prompt just like that, and we're going to add a script. Awesome. Now that we have our civilian spawner and we have everything in here how it's supposed to go, let's go ahead and create the GUI. So let's go ahead and insert a GUI in here. Here's our radio from the last video. No, I clicked the script. I meant to open a GUI. Screen GUI. Let's go ahead and begin by creating let's do the main part of the GUI first. So as I always do, I'm just gonna fast forward to do this unless you want to really see me develop this GUI. Alright, so now that we have created our UI, which by the way, I'm impressed myself on work I just did. Let's go ahead and tie this to our dummy, which will, spawn the vehicle. So let's go ahead and open that script we made earlier inside of the torso. And let's go ahead and create a folder. I'm not sure if we should create a folder or just leave it in UI. I think we're gonna create a folder. So let's go ahead and type our variables first. Local ss equals game get service server storage, and then local spawn equals server storage, ss dots, and we're just gonna rename it to dealership UI. Local prox equals script dot parent dot proximity prompt, and then the main script prox dot trigger ended connect function, and we'll tie this to the player like we always do. And then let's go ahead and do if player dot team color equals red color dot new, and we do the color of one of our civilian teams, so ghost gray in this case. Type this in, then local clone UI equals vehicle spawn clone, then we'll do clone UI dot parent equals player dot player GUI, and then we just do clone UI dot enabled equals true, and then we do local string. Let's use string player. We'll do equals instance dot new string value. String player is going to be equal to the player. We'll do string player dot name to be equal to category. And then finally, string player. Oh, forgive me, string player dot value. And it's going to be equal to script dot parent dot name. And there you go. Just like that, we should be able to open this now. So if I put this in server storage and go up and test this dummy, everything should work as expected. Let's go ahead and go up, make sure there's no errors in our output, both in server. All right, let's go ahead and go up. Oh, I forgot to enable the thing actually. Go back. Where is it? Spawn vehicle. Hold duration 2 seconds. Actually, let's just do 1 second. And let's go ahead and try that again. Oh no. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to change the position of this thing. We're gonna have to move to the head instead. And something isn't working down there. Let's go ahead and try it on the head. There we go. And there you go. I now have the GUI. So now it's gonna now we're gonna script this whole thing and make vehicles spawn as we select them. So now that we have that done, let's go ahead and create our first vehicle. So in this case, mine was a 2009 Crown Victoria. Let's see if they still have these in the toolbox. Oh, and it's only one. And it's blocky, disgusting. Go ahead and search for another one, different model. Let's do this one. This one looks nice. Never mind, I take that back. Go into custom models. I have a special Crown Vic there. There we go. This one here. This one here. Let's just go up ahead and place it on top of one of the pads. It really doesn't matter. The bumper is missing. And go ahead and rename that to the name that you had for it. Let's create a folder in server storage. We're going to rename this folder to vehicle storage. And we're going to create another folder and rename this to civilian vehicles. Go ahead and move our model in here. And there you go. We can just leave it there for now. And once it's in there, we're going to be adding multiple values to it. But to be realistic, we're just going to add the price. And that's about it. I don't know why I set many values. So in here, within the drive seat, you're going to add an int value. And you want to rename this int value to price. And we're just going to put the price that we originally had, which I believe was 3,500. Let me just double check this back in GUI real quick. That was 5,500. 5,500. There we go. We now have our first vehicle completely in storage. So now let's go ahead and go into replicated storage where we will create all of our remotes and functions. So let's create a folder and rename this to spawner functions. And in here, we're going to add another folder and we're just going to rename this to core functions. And in here, we're going to add a remote function. Not a remote event, a remote function. And we're going to rename this to purchase vehicle. We're going to duplicate this and rename it to own vehicle. And we're going to duplicate it again. And we're going to rename this to let's do spawn vehicle. Oh, I forgot the underscore here. Just like that. So now that we have those three, we can go ahead and just leave that as it is for now. And now let's go ahead and create our main economy base and our data store. So we're going to go ahead and go into server script service, add a new script, and start by making our variables. Local data store service. You know what? I'm just going to skip this part because it's going to take a while, so I'll just fast forward. And for this part, what we're going to do is go back to our core functions, and we're going to add a module script. So what a module script does, it's going to allow you to edit most of your stuff from here directly instead of having to go to every single script and having to edit it manually. So let's go ahead and go here, and we're going to add starting Actually, we're gonna do beginning cache, and then our value. So I'm just gonna do, let's do 1500. No, 10,000. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do leader stats or cache name, and leader stats. We'll do require replicated storage dot spawn functions dot module script spawner for functions, and then we'll do module script. 白い蝶と黒いバラの花目覚め触れ合う窓から覗き込んだ下界を駆け抜ける勇者よ何が好きか嫌いか互いの共有点を探して影の月明かり締め付ける胸のAnd there we go. After scripting this thing, let's just go ahead and rename this to data manager, just like that. And now we're gonna add another script in here, and we're gonna rename this to spawn handler. And so what you want to type in into data handler is very simple. So let's go ahead and do local data store service equals game get service, and we're gonna do data store service, of course. Then we'll do local replicated storage equals game get service replicated storage, like that. And then we'll do local settings equals require replicated storage dot spawner functions dot core functions dot module script. Then we do local wallet ds equals data store service get data store, and we'll do YouTube wallet. Oh, come on. YouTube wallet. And then we're just going to copy this line that we just made, and we're going to add bank ds, and we'll name this to YouTube bank. Once we've done that, we add another line. We'll do local leader stats name equals settings dot cache name, and then we do local start cache equals settings dot beginning cache, and then we do the main function of the menu, which is game players player added connect function player local folder equals instance dot instance.new folder. We'll do folder.name equals leader stats name, and we'll do folder.parent is equal to the player. Then we do local wallet data is equal to instance.new. We do int value. Then we do wallet data dot name is equal to wallet. Come on, where is... Okay. Wallet data. Then we do wallet data. Make sure to get capitalization correctly. Wallet data's dot value, sorry, dot parent is equal to the folder. And finally, wallet data's dot value is equal to wallet data store. Get async player dot user ID. And finally, we do bank data. So we do local bank datas equals instance dot new, and we do again int value. We do bank datas. We do dot name is equal to bank data. Bank data. And we do bank data's dot parent is equal to the folder. And finally, we do bank data's dot value is we'll do 10,000 again. There we go. So that's the join function. Now let's add a leave function. So game.players.player removing. We're gonna do connect function again, connect to the player like we always do. Player wallet data store set async player.player ID. Is it player? Oh, user ID, sorry. User ID. Player, wait for child. Leader stats name. Dot wallet. Data. Dot value. And I'm just gonna copy this whole thing and change it to... Oops. What did I do? Oh. We're just gonna change this to bank. Bank DS. Bank data. Wait. Yeah, okay. Wallet data. Bank data. Yeah, that's right. I thought it looked weird for a second. And then let's add another line for IV in pairs. Game workspace. Game.workspace. Find first child. And we're gonna do vehicles. We'll do vehicles and then we'll do get children. Do destroy. Wait. We don't want to destroy all of them. Let's do if v.name is equal to player.name and v find first child drive not drove drive or v.name is equal to player.name and v find first child. We'll do drive seat or v drive seat or v.name is equal to player.name and B, find first child, drive seat. Then, and destroy. Oh no, there's an error here. Player name. Why is there an error here? Let's see, drive seat. Or v.name is equal to player.name. And B, find first child. Drive or b.name equals player.name. And V, find first child, drive seat. This. Is that the error that it's giving me? Oh, okay, I messed up the player part. That's why. Oh, good now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now that we have that, the only thing left to script now would be the GUI, which is gonna be a pain. Go ahead into dealership UI and create a local script. And inside of this local script, I am going to fast forward again because it's gonna take a while. So, see you guys in a moment. Close. And there you go. We should have our thing completely set up. Let me just make these invisible real quick. And let's go ahead and test and see if we set everything up correctly and if we miss anything, we have any errors, which we should not have. Let's go ahead and clear out output. So we walk up to the civilian spawn and we hold E. And we have the vehicle spawner. So to see a vehicle, you just click on buy vehicle. You click on buy and then it shows the vehicle name. Which is not showing down here, not sure why. Oh, I gotta click it. And the price. So if I go into up here, I currently have 10,000. So buying this, and it removes the money, then it says vehicle owned. So, and then if I go to spawn a vehicle, it's there. And if I go back, it's gone. So then I click on this one, owned, and I just click spawn, and my vehicle's there. How amazing, right? Now let's go ahead and leave the game and check if it actually did save. Let's go back, and if I did everything correctly, here we go. It's in your saved vehicles, and now you're pending a vehicle to buy. I click spawn, and it spawns again. And just like the old features, if I want to spawn a new one, it will delete the old one, spawn the new one. Now let's go ahead and go into the part where we add more cars. So to add more cars, it's actually fairly simple. So let's go ahead and search for a Ram 2500, and let's go ahead and use this model here. So here are the steps you need to follow in order to set it up. First thing you want to do is go inside of the model and go into the drive seat. If it has a pickup script, just get rid of it. And what you want to do then is you're going to want to add an int value, just like this. And you're going to want to rename that value to price. And then in here, you put the price of your vehicle. So for this one, I'm going to make it 2,000. And I'm going to place this vehicle in server storage, within vehicle storage, within civilian folder. And just like that, that's all you need to do. Let's go ahead and test it and see if it appears in our purchase folder. So if I go to my vehicles that I want to spawn, I have the Crown Vic. If I go to vehicles I want to buy, I have a Dodge Ram 2500. And would you look at that? Bought the vehicle. Let's go ahead and check my money. See if the money has disappeared. There you go. I started with 10,000, so that's why it's back down to 8,000. So you're gonna need a data store for your money. And then if I go back to spawn a vehicle and I go to buy, it's empty. Spawn a vehicle. Now it has my Dodge Ram 2500. I'm able to spawn. If I want to switch vehicles, I click on the Crown Vic, spawn it back to the Dodge Ram, and there you go. You've officially made a vehicle spawner, or a vehicle dealership system, however you'd like to call it. So thank you guys for watching. If you do want this model, please make sure to join the Discord that is in the description. Go to the downloads channel, and there you will find a link to all of the models that I have made on my YouTube channel so far and how to set them up. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.